Finally, guys. Hi guys, welcome back to another video today. My name is Sus and welcome back to the channel. Now, I mentioned it in the past few videos. I did mention it like a couple videos ago and last week that I was gonna be talking about this particular anime, and I'm so excited to talk about that. This week's anime of the week is gonna be FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, full on disclaimer, guys, full on disclaimer. I have family coming in and out of the house. I have dogs that bark everywhere. I have a cat that's needy as shit. So like, if my explaining is like very fast paced today or like rantic, or if you hear now like sounds in the back, I am very sorry. It's like this week alone, everyone in my family decided to visit. So let's see how this video goes. And what I mean, like, everyone in my family came to visit. My grandpa came to town, and then everyone and like the relatives are coming over to see him because he doesn't live where we live, so he's coming to visit. It's just very hectic. So like, this is right now like the only time I can truly record something. Like on Wednesday too, I had to like kind of rush recording, so if the video didn't make sense, I'm sorry. But like, let's see how this video goes today. So full on disclaimer, if I'm like rushing or if you hear my dogs barking at like the sun, I'm very sorry. Now, I mentioned I was gonna talk about FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood last week, but I was like in episode 47 or 40 something, and I was not done, and I didn't want to do a review about it because I didn't like watch the whole thing, and I felt like that was kind of unfair if I just start talking about my thought. And the thought, like, me watching to the ending clearly like changed my thoughts about this anime. So yeah, I hope this is like a proper review on this anime. Now, to start off with, Brotherhood. Okay, I had pulled off watching FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood for like the longest time, and it was because I don't know what it was. Maybe I have like attention span of like a grape, or like it is. Okay, hear me out. I'm sorry, but like, I truly tried to watch it twice before this like final time, but I couldn't go past like episode 7 most of the time. Like, I could watch up to like the Shao Tucker scene, like the Shao, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That piece of shit. That like, if there was like, if I had to fight any anime character and win, I will fight Shao Tucker. Full on fist on fist. I'm going ham on that ass type shit. But I couldn't fully, like, I didn't know why, and I saw a clear issue. So this is like gonna be my like personal view. I'm gonna say the anime was stunning till the end, but I'm gonna talk about like how I felt, and I'm trying to like, I'm not gonna offend anyone, but this is gonna be my personal opinion, so please don't get so mad about it. So I'm just gonna talk about it. If you guys don't know what FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood is, it's basically the story of two brothers, Edward and Al. Guess what? I can say the names because the names are not super hard. It follows the two stories of two brothers, Al and Edward, and they're trying to recover their bodies back after performing alchemy to like try to bring back their mom that died. And that's like the whole synopsis of the story. I'm not gonna spoil it because I heard that you can't spoil the endings for this anime, like in particular, like, because when they were trying to perform alchemy to bring back their mom, Edward lost his arm and leg, and Al lost his whole body. And so basically the whole like synopsis is like they're trying to get their bodies back, and I can't spoil that if they get their bodies back or not, because then I'm gonna get like a target on my back. I don't want death threats on me just for talking about this one anime. So I'm not gonna spoil that, but that's the whole synopsis of the story. Now, the whole story overall is really good. I can see like the big hype for it. The only issue is from episode 2 to like 20, or maybe less, maybe more. It's just an estimate. The pacing was kind of ass for me. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I just have like, I need to watch something in fast paced. Like, like I said, I have an attention span of like a grape or raisin maybe. But like, for me, I don't know what it is. At times I felt like I was drifting away and I couldn't explain why. Maybe because alchemy is a form of science. Like, they said alchemy is like equal blah blah blah. Like, if you're gonna give something, you gotta take something like with the equal amount and stuff like that. it's just a whole thing. So maybe it's the science behind it that I was like kind of like, yeah, whatever. I couldn't, like, it was hard. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit through it because I heard this anime is really good. People recommend, it's like one of the ones that people recommend at the very beginning, and I'm so late to the game because I've been watching anime since I was like 8. So like me watching it now when I'm 22, that's kind of mind-boggling. It's like, ugh, you watched it now? But it's just one of those things that I couldn't sit with it. I don't know what it was. It's because I watched it too when I first started trying to watch it, it was like high school. In high school I was going through some shit. So maybe it was like the high school environment, but like I remember I couldn't watch it past like episode 7 or 8, estimated around there. Like I would watch the Shao Tucker scene with his daughter and stuff like that, and I will be like horrified. I'm still horrified to this day. I will watch that, and then after that, a few episodes later, I will stop it, and I didn't know why. And I kind of saw it this time around that the pacing at the very beginning is really slow. In my opinion, it's really slow. So it was just one of those things that I was like, oh my god. It was like dragging a little bit for me. It starts picking up after like a few dozen episodes. Like after like episode 20 onward, the pacing does go all the way. And it does pick it up. And I do like that it does pick up. It's just like the first kind of, I'm gonna say like 20 estimated. The pacing is really kind of slow. Unless you like stuff that doesn't give you a heart attack right away like I do. This anime is definitely for you. Now, I'm not saying the anime because of the pacing is bad. Like I said, One Piece pacing sometimes makes me want to like cut my hair out. But the pacing here was like, sometimes it was like, for me, it was dread. Like it was so much of a dread or drag, whatever. And it was just like, at one point, I'm like, oh my god, hurry up, hurry up. And it was, I don't know why, like, the pace, at least for me, like I said, the pacing, at least for me, for like the first, like, couple episodes was like a drag. Let me say, I'm not saying this anime is not bad. I'm saying this anime is really good. I love the ending. The ending is very bittersweet. Like, you get everything that you want from the anime, but it just feels like bitter because you got everything you want, and that was the end. So I really did like the ending. I like how it concluded the story. I thought it was really good. The ending was like I said, felt bittersweet in my end, cause like they got like the story really did conclude it. I'm trying to find the words to not spoil anything, cause then again, I'm not trying to get a death threat on my back for that shit. You got me all messed up. But yeah, I will say like the ending for sure was like bittersweet, and I really like the ending. I'm gonna talk about the characters I like. I really like Al. I like most of the characters in this story. Some, on the other hand, I did not like. Like the Fiar, Bradley, the leader that was like you know what I mean. I did not like him. Every time I saw him on the screen, I just wanted to punch him in the throat. Another one that might be controversial is Winfrey. I did not like Winfrey whatsoever, and she kind of grew on me, but it was just one of the let me side rant. I am kind of biased towards female protagonists in like early on anime. This anime came out in like the 2000s, or like the manga came out in the 2000s, and I know this version of FullMetal Alchemist is more true to the manga than the first show that came out in 2003. It came out like in 2010. I don't know when this came out, but it came out later after the first show was aired. And so I know they were trying to stay true to the manga, but I don't know what it is with like female protagonists or female characters in anime early, like in the 2000s, that every time I saw them, they will like make me like grind my teeth against a chalkboard. I don't know what it was. Like, for example, like with Naruto, I'm gonna say Naruto. I can't say Bleach because I have never watched Bleach, because Bleach is gonna be another whole mission I'm gonna get to eventually in my life. But like with Naruto, Sakura is one of those examples, and Hinata at times, that their characters are kind of so dull. like it felt dull to me, those characters. And I see like a continuous pattern with like female protagonists back then. Now, I'm not saying Winfrey is like a bad character. It's just like I didn't like her just because I'm kind of biased. Maybe because in middle school I grew up with like in middle school I had like the romance time like reverse harem bullshit animes that I was watching, like Brother Complex, Diabolical Lovers. Like the girls' personalities was just like so complex, like a piece of cardboard, that I did not like their characters whatsoever. You were just watching for like the guys at that point. So maybe I'm like kind of biased because of those, like because I grew up with like, not grew up, but like the middle school animes I used to watch was like stuff that the females characters did not add any. You could take them out from the story and it would not change the story. You can just have like a piece, like a stick figure, replace her and it'll be the same, like it will give the same thing, you know? Now Winfrey does not, she has a personality, but there was at times that I was just like, girl, you're so stupid. Because at one point, she was like riding the train back home and like she was like in a life and death situation and whatnot. She found out about what the truth about her parents and whatnot. And then all of a sudden she was riding back home and she's like, I'm in love with Edward. Where did that come from? That's what I do not get. Like she just come out of nowhere, I'm in love with Edward. And I'm just looking, I'm like, girl, what? It was just so random at times because there was like one point that she was being held hostage and she thought she was helping the brothers, but really she was not doing shit. It was just like, sometimes like she was used like a plot device at one point. And I was like, oh my god, I can't handle this. She is better than like the other like female protagonists back then. It was just like, I didn't like Winfrey's character just because, I don't know. It was just one of those things that they were using her more like a plot device and like a romantic and like potential interest for the brothers instead of actually making her like a different character. And I seen this stereotype a lot with like female characters, unless it's like a female based show like Sailor Moon, that if it's like an anime with like the male, it's like a male protagonist, like the female's protagonist would be like used for like potential like romance interests. So it's not like I don't like Winfrey, but I don't dislike her. It's just one of those things that I'm neutral. Like I grew to like her throughout like the series, but it was like, yeah, okay. My favorite character is Envy. Hear me out. That's all I got to say to that statement. Hear me out. Mustang is fine, but I don't know what it was with Envy until he turned to that blob shit. I didn't like that. I don't know, but Envy was such a complex character compared to all the other sins that were like introduced in the story. Like you got gluttony, you got like pride, wrath, all that shit. But Envy was so complex with this, like because the thing is, he was there from the very beginning, and then you get to like he like his character involved, and then when you find out his true purpose, I really liked all of that. That's what I was like, oh, I like Envy. Like, and I know a lot of people that don't like Envy like that. Hear me out though. Imagine him transforming to like your idol. Like imagine him transforming into like your idol or your celebrity crush. Like, come on, hear me out. Oh my god. Okay. That's all I gotta say to that statement. I'm sorry. Yeah, FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I liked it. It's really good actually. It's just like the pacing at the beginning was bad. The ending was beautiful. Like I said, it's one of those like few animes that I really love the ending, regardless of like. Yeah, I just like the ending. I have nothing else to say to that. But yeah, that is my whole review on FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like I said, I can't spoil much in the story because I heard it's like a forbidden rule that if you talk about like if the brothers' bodies come back or if they do this, if you do that, you get like I don't know. I heard stories that there be death threats everywhere. I'm not trying to mess with that. I'm just gonna stay quiet. I said my synopsis: two brothers trying to get their bodies back, and that's it. Whatever, if you want to find out if they do or not, watch the anime toward the very end because the anime is really good. I recommend it. I give it 9 out of 10 just because there was like 2 openings. I was like, I really love the first opening and I love like the fourth opening. I really like the fourth opening too. But I really like FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood. You guys should go check it out. It's on Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu probably. All the like main famous social media prep. But anyways, that is my whole review. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry that you had to hear me out on Envy. Just hear me out. He could transform into your favorite idol. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye, guys.